Wrestling Stories of the Bible. Chapter 1. The Man, the Woman, and the Snake.
The beginning. There once was a CEO who started a new promotion. He had a great book planned, and only he knew all the programs that would lead to the ultimate payoff. He created an arena and put the squared circle in the middle. In the ring, he put a new character named the Man. The plan was for him to inherit the whole company someday, but he was super green. He was going to have to learn the whole business. The promoter set up everything the man would need to train, but there was one thing that was off limits: the juice. So first, the promoter bought a whole stable of characters before the man, and the man got to name each one and figure out their gimmick. He worked a dark match with each one, but the program was missing a draw. The CEO knew it was not good for the man to be alone. So the promoter shut down the show and revealed that pairing him with a bunch of animal gimmicks was really part of the ultimate rib by revealing the perfect second: the woman. She was more than just a valet. She was the perfect partner to help the man in training, sparring, and business, and even in the ring, the ultimate mixed tag team. The man and the woman were married, and the show was ready to begin. Now, the promoter had big plans for the man, but he started him at the bottom as a worker to learn the whole business, how to set up and tear down, and even security. Now, one day, a wrestler called the Snake came into the locker room. He was the most talented worker on the card, guaranteed to be a main eventer. He was smart and knew how to act like a good hand. His ring psychology was so good that to this day, the fans aren't sure if the Snake was supposed to be a heater, if this was a worked shoot, and the promoter wanted him to jerk the curtain with a hot shot, or maybe the CEO just knew that the Snake had an angle to do what he wanted. When he decided to shoot on the woman, it doesn't seem like he was aiming for the strap. He didn't even care about getting that sting money. He had plans of going into business for himself, not just as a worker, but to become his own agent, in charge of the book, with sights on taking over the whole business. But in order to do so, he knew that the man and woman would need to be future endeavored. The Snake approached the woman as if he was a manager and asked her why the promoter wouldn't let them use the supplements in the gym. He really knew how to sell, and she told him that the promoter hadn't forbidden them from using all the supplements, only the juice. The Snake started telling her that this was not a kayfabe rule, but that the promoter was keeping the juice protected from the man and the woman because he was a closet champion who didn't want to put over the man or the woman. He was worried it would make them as strong as he was, and they might even beat him in clean wrestling. Seeing that there's nothing dangerous about the juice and that it will make them stronger, the woman decides to take it. The man was standing there, letting the woman be his mouthpiece. He was probably worried about the Snake poaching the woman, so when she decides to call it in the ring, he decides that he's going to no-sell the Snake's angle and play along. The man did not want to be a Janetti. If the woman is going to turn, he is going to turn with her. He took a hit, and suddenly both of them realized it had been a screw job, but a legit one, not part of the work. And the man and the woman had broken kayfabe big time. They needed to get rid of their go-away heat, so they worked out a new gimmick as Mr. and Mrs. Figtree. When they heard the CEO coming, they tried to hide backstage. The CEO got out the stick and called out to the man, asking, "Where are you? I heard your promo from the ring and I hid because I broke kayfabe." "Who told you that you broke kayfabe? Have you taken the juice I told you not to?" "It was the valet that you gave me. She made the call, and I tried to sell it." So the CEO asked the woman what happened, and she told him. "The snake planned to shoot on me. He saw I was an easy mark." Just when the snake thought he might get away with the phantom title change, the CEO let him know it was going to be a dusty finish. "Because you've done this, you're cursed. Cursed beyond all the jobbers and low-carders. Cursed to slink on your belly and eat dust all your life." The CEO tells the man and the woman that he will write off the whole program, but he will send them down to the developmental league, and the man will have to do garbage wrestling to make a living, while the snake slivers off to parts unknown. But although this match ends in a fall, he shares his plans for the revamp. "I'm declaring war between you and the woman, between your stable and hers. He'll give you a head drop. You'll wound his heel." The fall is an ending of an era. But this promise hints at the beginning, with the hope of a babyface who will win the everlasting strap, a champion whose reign will never end. The CEO gave the fig leaf man and woman a burial and repacked them a new gimmick, a tough leather look to show the rest of the creatures who's boss. He gave them a big push to keep any mid-carders from interfering in their work, and to let everyone know their place on the card was protected. Then the CEO picked up the stick and made one last promo. Now that the man and the woman have teased a heel turn, I do not want them to reach out and grab the strap, which is hanging from the ceiling of the arena in the center of the ring. So he put his glorified jobbers in the gorilla position to act as enforcers and keep everyone out of the big arena until it was time for the main event, and put the man and the woman on a one-way bus out of the big city.